Hey everybody, it's Eric from the MMG. Welcome to our channel. Today we're taking a look at some indie gems that came out in 2024. We have some real winners in here, and we have some that I would definitely recommend avoiding. We're going to get into that, but first take a look at this awesome AI-generated graphics that I had it create for us. What do you guys think? I love AI. I love what it can do for us. It's a little bit wonky at times, but for the most part, it makes our life a little bit easier. Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's get into it. We're going to take a look at our very first game right now. First up is Reality Core, and this is a really fun game. I highly recommend it. This came out last week. It's only got 11 reviews, which is a shame because it deserves some more attention. It's perfectly priced at $5. It's a fantastic little shooter game. Reminds me of Hotline Miami a little bit. So if you're going from room to room, it's not quite as chaotic, and it is definitely inspired by Rick and Morty. You can tell right away. Looks like an amped up version of Morty there, and then Rick is like the salesman, at least in the stores and stuff, and you definitely get those vibes. Even the sounds that they make them sound, make them say when your main guy is Morty, basically the guy there in the yellow, sounds like something Morty would say. It's just fun. It's a good time. I like the weapons. The bosses are hard. It's just going from room to room. So it's very simplistic. It's nothing special, but it's kind of just some mindless fun, and it's hard, and they've just done a lot of great things, and the $5 price point is perfect. So can't recommend Reality Core enough. Make sure you check this game out. It's not getting enough love. All right, first up on the list is a MMO called Tombstone. This is an indie MMO. It's on Steam. It's coming out here December of 2024. I did get an early look at it, and there is a demo available if you want to check it out. I am going to say this. I love the passion that's in this game, and it's got humor in it, but the interface and movement is a bit of a struggle. So if you can't get past that, this may be a pass for you. But if you don't mind learning some new systems and, kind of getting used to movement not in the standard form, then this game has a lot to offer, and I definitely recommend that you check it out. That's Tombstone, the MMO, available on Steam sometime this year. It's not actually out yet. Do check out the demo, though. All right, the next game we're going to talk about is Sandbox Survivors. Again, I do want a preference. I am playing early versions of these games. They may change at actual release. It is supposed to come out later, December of 2024, so later this month. It felt like almost like the very first Minecraft game. Think of it like that. Like, think if Minecraft came out on a Nintendo. That's what it kind of reminded me of. Like, they're still trying to flesh out how things work. The animations aren't there. A lot of it just seems like an old school first gen survival game, if that makes sense, like a Minecraft genre. I don't know if I would recommend this game necessarily. It's got some charm, it's got some appeal. I would say the online isn't there yet for this version. It could be at release. It said coming soon. But yeah, Sandbox Survivors, maybe a pass. I don't know. It may be worth a look if it comes in cheap enough. And like I said, I did play an early version, so they could have a lot of the things I'm having issues with refined and done at this point. So make sure you watch a video at release to see what the final in-game plan looks like. All right, the next game we're going to talk about is Summa Expeditionis. And it's labeled as like a survival Rome city builder game that's supposed to be really difficult. And it is. It is also riddled with bugs, and sometimes you don't know if that's part of the difficulty or if it's a bug. It can be frustrating at times. I don't like the price point at $20. I feel like it's more of a $10 game, to be honest. I don't want to diss on developers, but sometimes if you haven't refined your product, then it's hard to have a game come out in early access and be as buggy as this is. So you need to put it at a discounted price. Then when you get it completely done and you put it to release, then make it $20 when it's ready. I don't feel like this game's quite there yet. So I would say it's a pass right now. Keep an eye on it if it's something that looks interesting to you. If they get some of the bugs and some more content added to it, then it may be worth a second look. All right, the next game I took a look at is CartMania Silver, and it's a cute game. I can see it getting kids into this style of Kartmania. Obviously you go straight to Mario Kart, right? I mean, that's the classic. That's what most people have played, and Mario Kart's really where it shines. This is just like a generic version of that almost. So if you're looking for something that's not Mario Kart that kind of has the same feeling, definitely doesn't have the production value or anything like that. You can play with up to 4 players. And it's cute and it's fun, and it's only $10, so that's kind of hard to pass up. Just came out late last month. Doesn't have a lot of reviews, but most of them seem pretty legit. There's definitely some very basic ones that just say great game and stuff, but overall it's not too bad. And for the price point, I think it might be worth taking a look at. I do want to mention that it is a controller required game. You don't see these a lot. Most of the time, you can play with your keyboard and mouse, but this one does say controller required, just as a heads up. Next up is Ala Mobile. This is a racing game that was a mobile game, been converted over to a PC game. They don't like the price point. If it's a mobile game, it should stay at $5. It does look good. It was a little bit buggy when I was playing it. I didn't play it for super long though, in its defense, so it could have just been an early few bugs I ran into. Again, I don't like the price point. If it's $5, I'd probably say grab it if you're into racing games. It's a fun little game. Little too expensive for my taste though for a mobile converted game. That is Ala Mobile, and it's out December 6th, so it's out already. You can pick it up for $15 regular price. Currently, there's a introductory offer that's about to expire, but you can get it for 15% off. All right, next up is Petlands. This just came out at the end of November. It is a clicker game that's not free, like most of the clicker games, clicker idle games, excuse me. I don't recommend it. $15 is way too much. And a lot of these games are already made and free out on either web browsers or Roblox or something where you don't have to pay for them. So I don't really know what they were trying to do here. Maybe I didn't play it in game, obviously, so maybe there's some really great stuff at the end of the game. But yeah, I'd avoid this one right now. Way overpriced, and didn't offer anything special. Petlands, avoid. All right, next up is Detective the Motel. This is you're basically a crime scene investigator, and you're trying to pencil together the evidence. What happened? This is built off that one game engine that's super used in a lot of games, kind of generic. A lot of simulation games come from it. I see what they're trying to do with this game, and I appreciate that. And they did put some effort in. Some of the room design's pretty cool. Some of the interface sucks though. The price point's not bad, $10.99. That's where I like to see these type of games. If you're really into crime investigation games, maybe take a look at it, or maybe if it's 50% off on a sale and it's something you might be interested in, grab it. I didn't really, it didn't really grab me. Like I wasn't super excited to play it, if that makes sense. So, if you're into these type of games, give it a look. That's Detective the Motel. Next up, we looked at a VR game called Strayed. I like survival games, and I love VR, and so this looks interesting. But it's a PvP focused game, but there's not a lot of other players around. That's the problem with VR. The community is just not that big, and $20 is kind of a high price point for a game you may not be able to fully enjoy without other people. So if you have friends that you want to play with, maybe take a look at this game. I liked a lot of the systems. It has a lot to do, which is kind of nice. It did feel kind of unpolished, if that makes sense. Now, it is early access, so that's to be expected to a certain degree. But if they stick with it and keep, I noticed in the notes they kept updating it. So if they keep pushing out these updates, and you have some friends to play with, this might be one to take a look at. I don't love the price point, but if you can grab it on sale, it might be a good time for a weekend or maybe even longer, long term. That's Strayed. It's $20, and it's out on Steam. All right, that wraps up our indie game review. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We're going to show some final footage of Reality Core, my favorite game by far. Make sure you pick this game up. Out of all the games that I showed, this one is the best bang for the buck, and I think you'll have a good time with it. Don't forget to leave your comments below. Let me know what you think, and let me know how much you're enjoying Reality Core. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and have yourself a great day.